Radio check. Loud and clear.
All right, welcome back to the now third attempt of the first episode of Radio Check Podcast. I'm Ivani, and
I'm Cassidy, and we are so happy to have you here for what feels like our probably 10th episode, but it's actually just our first because we've recorded this, tried to record this 3 different times, so we're going to hope that third time is a charm.
yeah, I'm hoping it is too.
For those of you who are new, who just happened to stumble across this is Radio Check, and it's an F1 pop culture kind of podcast. And we really just needed a yapping outlet. Ivani and I are in a group chat together, and just out it, like, I have felt the same way, but I'm pretty sure she was like, I just need a yap. Like, I need some kind of yapping outlet. And yeah, that's kind of where this stemmed from, because we were like, I feel like we both need to yap, and because there's so much to talk about. And now we're here. And so
Perfect.
we're just the long story short version. Yeah.
My problem was, like, I'd make TikToks and then like I still make them obviously, but like they were too like professional, and I feel like they still are very like formal compared to like just casually talking about something. So I was like, all right, how do we work past this? Because I think Cass originally suggested that we like just blow up on Instagram and get the like Instagram live access.
Mm-hmm.
And then like 20 minutes later she's like, actually I have an idea. And I was like, tell me.
Yes.
She's like, we should start a podcast.
Broadcast channel. And like, but like when I do need 10,000 followers, because once I get 10,000 followers and I can go live, it's over. It's over for everybody else.
It's over.
But like,
you're getting Cass's unfiltered really takes.
It'd be really fun
if we
moment. Like had a live recording session as we're both watching the race. Like when
That'd
it's an
so
American
funny.
race or a race in our time zone.
Oh my god, yeah, Mexico will be in our time zone, I think, or at least close enough. But that would be fun. That would be hilarious.
It would. That'd be great.
I was like,
anyways,
thinking about like, so by the time we're recording this, it's gonna be the Austrian Grand Prix like tomorrow on Sunday.
Yeah.
So I was like thinking about it, and I was like, what if I just like set up my phone to record while I'm watching the race the whole time, and then just like get like 2 hours of unfiltered like reactions. But like I don't really react much during races. I'm like internally thinking, you know, like
yeah,
because there's like nothing much to cheer about really, unless it's like a good, you know, overtake or something.
Right. You're better than me too, because I do not look presentable. The race is tomorrow. When? At like 6 a.m. I don't know.
It's at 8 actually.
Oh,
it's a decent time. Good. I think.
You know, I think I have that in my calendar. Something. These European times.
Oh my god, it's the F2 race that's at 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
But I will be up. I'm going to go watch that, because I really do actually like the F2 races. Like I watched the sprint this morning. So good. So good. Like they're all like so talented, and they're like my age, and I'm like, okay, I'm jealous, first of all. And second of all, like they just like, I don't know, the overtakes are a lot better because they happen quicker.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess they like have, you know, closer probably starting positions and stuff. But I don't know. I like the engine sound too. That was a big thing for me, because like, you know how it's like the Formula One engines are like, and they sound like aggressive.
Yeah.
But like F2 engines are like slightly like more electric sounding, and it sounds a lot better.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. My story with the sprint race this morning is I woke up like, for whatever reason, like all 3 times there was something going on early this morning. I woke up before the F3 sprint race, like just naturally. I forgot to set my alarm, but I woke up before the F3 sprint race, and then as like it was loading on ESPN Plus, I fell asleep because like it was before the event officially started. I fell back asleep.
Yeah.
Woke up. It was over. Like I had the little event ended thing, and then I was like, okay, it's fine. And it was like not that long before the F2 sprint race, and I was like, okay, cool. Yeah. I fell asleep on the formation lap, like, and then it was such such one to miss though because Ollie Behrman finally won.
Yeah.
I was like,
oh my god. Seeing that was, I was so happy. I was like, thank God.
he's definitely needed
And,
it.
like-
But Paul, you know,
Oh, yeah.
Paul being on the podium again, consistency is king.
Consistency is key. Paul, you were in my stories this morning. Shout out to you. If you ever see this, please don't see this because that's awkward.
It's embarrassing.
But if you do, hi. Hey. Hey. But yeah, he was in my stories this morning and I kind of screamed a little. And I was like, what? This guy just got out of the car. Why is he looking at my story?
That's
Like-
what happened to me with Dorian Pin.
Oh my god, I love that.
Well, she liked my comment. I was like,
Uh-huh.
and then I put it on my story and she saw my story. But
I love it.
yeah, I was like, Queen, I love you.
I've had
You're
some
such
like
an icon.
exactly. I love her. She's so cool.
Yeah.
I love her. I like remember like the first Academy race that I watched. That was like I can't remember what race it was like that what F1 weekend it was, but like she finished P1, but then they took away her placement because she crossed the checkered flag twice. Because apparently like her engineers didn't tell her that she'd finished the race, so she kept going. And she crossed P1 again.
That's such a dumb
I know,
thing.
people- Yeah, people were like so mad like at like the FIA for like taking away the win, but like I don't think they ever like reinstated it or anything. Like I'm pretty sure she's
I
still.
think that was the very first
Mhm.
F1 Academy race of this season. Because I remember
Yeah,
seeing something
yeah.
about that before. Because like the
Yeah.
first F1 Academy race I watched was in Miami, and it was
Mhm.
yeah.
I
that
think it
good.
was Australia when that happened, somewhere around there.
Mm.
Like first like 3 or 4 races, but yeah.
But while we're on the subject, we can talk about I don't know, just give a little introduction to the people out there, like the 2 people. Actually, no, it'll be more than 2 people because everybody's waiting on
Yeah,
this.
shout out the group chat. Shout out the group chat.
The group chat is
I hope
waiting
you're
on it.
watching.
Shout out, we love you guys. But introduction, as like favorite drivers and stuff. My favorite
Mhm.
driver currently, or on the current grid, maybe not like currently, but on the current grid, is Lando. Just because I mean, it's so hard being a Lando fan because lately they've gotten like such a bad rap, and it's like I want everybody
God,
to know that
yeah.
I'm not one of those Lando fans. Sure, I vote for him for driver of the day, but that's literally just because it's driver of the day. Like what?
Exactly.
I'm
Like it doesn't really mean anything in the end.
Sometimes,
like-
in Australia, I tried to vote for Logan Sargent, but I couldn't vote for Logan Sargent.
I
'cause
did
he didn't,
too.
He
Yeah,
didn't
I did
race.
too. God, that was so annoying. I was like, are you kidding me? Like, I get like
Yeah.
Logan's second driver or whatever for Williams, but like, that is so annoying. Okay, we're off topic again. Who's your favorite driver? Continue.
It happened. Like this is what it is. It is what it is. At this point, you know, we're meant to have
We're
some
just
kind
gonna
of
go with it.
conversation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know where it's going
so yeah.
next.
Lano's my favorite driver. Just like on track, like seeing the way that like his driving style has grown, and then just like the way that like he's grown and like the partnerships that he's had. And then like off track, his personality. He's always like goofy. He's always doing something. And he's just like there. He's there for his fans. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I'm always like
Yeah.
when everybody tries to like hate on Lando, I'm like.
Mhm.
I remember that video of like there was like this little boy who was like this biggest Lando fan, and it was like his birthday or something, or like in Miami when Lando got his first win, he was like bawling at his house, and so McLaren brought him out for like the next race or whatever it was, just to like let the kid give Lando a hug, and
That's so cute.
like tell him, and so I was like, you can't hate on somebody who does that for a fan. I mean,
Yeah.
people can, but
I mean, I feel like
appreciate it.
I think it's like cute whenever like the drivers will actually go out of their way because like obviously like if you like jump them outside of the complex as they're walking in, like chances are you're not going to get anything. But like when they stop for kids specifically, I feel that's like so sweet to me because like you didn't stop for anyone else, but then you see a kid and like immediately they drop everything and they're like, oh, hello.
Yeah, like the video of like K-Mag's daughter actually.
Oh, yeah, that was
Yeah.
good on her. Good on her.
Yep.
She saved that fan for real. for context, it was a video of, so K-Mag was walking in like the paddock area, and I guess he like ignored a fan who was holding out her notebook for him to sign, but his daughter was behind him, and she like runs over to her dad and grabs his sleeve and was like pointing at the notebook, like, go sign it, go sign it. So he's like, okay, whatever. So he came back around and he signed the notebook for her, but I was like, honestly, his daughter is a real one for that. She came in clutch.
So yeah, and then favorite retired driver is Kimmy, and that's just
Same.
because it's Kimmy.
Yeah.
Like, that's enough said. That's it. Don't need to go
Exactly.
into detail about that.
Yeah, I think mine would be like Kimmy and Seb. I love like, cause like Seb's just a good person in general. Like I watched his like retirement documentary that like F1 posted on YouTube or something, and like I was like almost in tears because of how much like the whole grid just loved him so much, and like he was always like, you know, every time there was like some sort of like protest happening, he'd always like walk onto the grid wearing like a t-shirt in support of it, or like, you know, something like that. And I'm like, he's just a good person. He's just a good person. If he does something wrong, I will be really upset. But yeah, he's definitely my favorite. And then Kimmy, of course. Like, who doesn't love Kimmy? I feel like.
Yeah, you said earlier that Ferrari pairing was like, that was a superior Ferrari pairing, I think.
Oh yeah.
Isn't your favorite driver now? I know
my
who
favorite
it is,
driver
but...
now. Yeah. We're gonna say the same answer. It's Lando. Like, it used to be Carlos for a while, which I am a Ferrari fan. It's been hard recently.
Feel for you.
But yeah.
Can't relate.
It's I know, I'm like, should I like switch to McLaren? But I'm like, I'm too committed to the Ferrari lifestyle. I mean, McLaren's definitely like a close second for sure. I think they're like right there for me. So I'm like, you know what? We'll say both. But like, yeah, Carlos was like definitely like one of the first drivers that I saw, kind of, because like I got into F1 only from TikTok because I saw the Lewis stuff for Ferrari, and I was like, oh, like, who's Carlos Sainz? Who is this guy? And then TikTok bombarded me with edits, and I was like, okay, maybe I should watch this. And then I like watched the first race, and I was like, okay, this is like, forget like the drivers being attractive. Like, the race itself was just so much fun to watch. Like, put that aside. I can't even see their faces when they're driving, but like, it was so fun to watch the race. I was like, this is like so cool. Like, I get into sports too much, and like that one was like the first one that I could actually like genuinely watch and not just like go crazy. Because like football, put me in a football stadium, your eardrums will be busted. Like, I go crazy. It's so bad.
Yeah, it's definitely been a great season to like be fully invested. I've been a casual watcher for just like the past couple of years. Like Monaco Grand Prix, like everybody like talks about it, and it like shows up on like just a TV channel when it happens, like all the sessions. And so, and like I've watched other races like here and there from other people in my life have been interested in it. But like this season, again, mine was like, I wanted to know about like the Lewis to Ferrari thing. I was like, what's going on and why is everybody obsessing? And so TikToks, and then just wanting to find that out. And so I was like, you know what? I'm kind of bored. That's literally what I said to myself. I was like, I'm kind of bored. I need something to take up my time.
That was literally me. Yeah.
I'm not doing anything else in my life, and it's been of all the things I have such. Of all of like the hobbies or like things to follow and get into, I chose one of the most expensive ones, because now,
oh my god, yeah, like, literally
trying to plan a trip to go see one of these races in person.
Oh god,
it's like in
the US, I'm like, do I like become a marshal just to go? Like, if I can't get tickets, like, do I get my marshal license and just appear on track? Might be an option, actually.
In the
like,
US,
we'll see.
the US ones are so expensive.
Oh god, yeah.
And I know
especially
why.
Like,
but
yeah. I mean, hopefully, fingers crossed, Coda works out. But
yes,
I'm hoping. Because fun fact, Cass and I have this like not yesterday, 2 days ago, we met for the first time, face to face.
Yes,
I think was it 2 days ago or like 3?
Yeah,
somewhere
it was
around
something. There. If we're gaslighting
something
people, like it was today.
Yep. So we actually just met for the first time, guys.
If we're not gaslighting people, it was 2 days ago. Wait, no, it was yesterday. Today's Saturday.
Was it
no,
yesterday?
It was Thursday. It was Thursday. It was Thursday.
Yeah, it was Thursday. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm losing track of the days. Like I have nothing
Uh-huh.
up here right now. It's
Yep.
all just
We've only had like these interactions doing this face to face, but we're planning for Coda. We're trying to work it out. We need school
Fingers crossed.
schedules to be nice to us.
yeah. Like Coda's like in the middle of October, and I'm like, that could be like the heaviest exam week of my life, or it could be completely free, and I could just go down to Texas for like 3 days. So I'm hoping it's the latter, but we'll see. Which,
so
if
that's
we
I
do
feel like
end up
that's
going to
something that we're both excited for, hoping for the season. I would say that
Yeah.
like something else I'm hoping for, like it's been, like I said, it's been an interesting season. I like touched on it briefly because I said I can't relate, but I am a McLaren fan. It's just because I like consistency on being able to follow in like different sports, and so the fact that like
Mhm.
they have an F1 team, and then they have a Formula E team, and then IndyCar, which we don't talk about our McLaren. They need to get their act together.
Shout out Teo, man. Shout out Teo.
Teo, gone but never
We're on your
forgotten.
side, man.
Teddy Porkchop, you will come back.
You deserved better, man.
You deserve better. And so I like being a McLaren fan has been great this season because I like actually Austria was where they started to like pick it up and turn it around last year, and so now that we've come full circle and they're like Lando's gotten a win. Oscar and Lando were P2 and P3 in the sprint earlier. Lando's P2 again for the Austrian Grand Prix. Oscar should have been P3. FIA, when I catch you, it's over. You're done for.
Over.
But the like seeing that they have a competitive car and that it's a what's word on the street is that it's a better car than Red Bull.
Yep. I've heard some of that.
I can't confirm. I do not have an engineering degree, but that's the word on the street that I've heard. So nobody can cancel me because I'm not taking it as fact. But
I mean, if Andrea Stella is saying it, I feel like there might be a little bit of fact to it. But
yeah,
I don't know. He could be lying also.
So that's like been
just kidding.
It's been interesting. I'm hopeful. I'm hoping for Lando to become Lando 2 wins. And
2 wins.
I'm hoping for Oscar to get his first Grand Prix win. And so and then also like seeing where the rest of silly season goes.
Oh god, it's so bad this year.
It's so stressful, but it's so
I know.
like interesting.
And like the thing is, we have no reason to be stressed because like wherever they go eventually doesn't affect us.
Not at all.
But like I'm just like, oh my god, Carlos doesn't have a seat. Like what do we do?
Maybe the merch that I've bought.
Who do I contact?
Or something, but I don't have to worry. I don't have to worry about getting rid of my McLaren merch anytime soon. Woohoo!
Nope. Yeah, I have a Ferrari sweater that I ordered off Etsy. I love it. It's great. I don't think I'll get rid of it though, but sometimes it makes me sad to look at it.
Yeah, I have a couple Williams sweatshirts, but we'll see how that goes.
Yeah. Yeah, with the whole like Logan thing, like, I mean, if he does end up going to IndyCar, I'll be happy. But like,
it'll be easier to see him.
Yeah,
definitely.
it would be
easier to get to.
Speaking of easier to see, I looked up Formula E tickets because they're in Portland right now. $35.
Yeah, they're dirt
for like
cheap.
start line tickets. They're so cheap, and I'm like, well, then, like, buying, like, a $200 flight to Oregon is, like, nothing if the ticket's $35.
Yeah, it's more expensive to get there and get a hotel than it is to go and sit at the start line.
Exactly. And it's like hello, like,
where
I get to see
this?
Nick DeVries for $35. Like, shout out Nick DeVries also. Sarah, that one's for you. Or not Sarah, Issa, that's for you.
Oh, whoa. No, we've talked about Arrow McLaren for Sarah, and we've talked about Ferrari.
Yeah, we did talk about, yeah. We're covering the
we
bases. Who
we
are we
kind of really
missing?
haven't said anything good about Red Bull, but Red Bull,
No.
I'm not a Max hater. I'm a Max fan. He
No.
just has like
Yep.
Max off track is like he's also got a fun personality, and it's like Max on track. It's literally just like athletic performance. He knows when to lock in, and he knows when
Exactly.
he can be goofy, and it's like
Yep.
love that.
I find it so weird that like people are mad because he's good. Like, sorry, he's good at doing his job. Like, like I don't know why people are so, like, oh, it's so boring when Max is like winning, but like I get it. It's because Max is in the lead
Yeah.
with like 30 seconds, but like appreciate what he's doing also, you know, because like that's impressive
Yeah.
to put yourself within 30 seconds of like second place. So like,
And I
yeah,
mean,
I will never hate Max.
never. At this rate, too, though,
Never.
he also gets major props because he's carrying that team on his back.
Oh my God,
even
yeah.
After, like, a contract was secured, I like do not know how that happened.
It was
besides-
so
Side point. He's
like
not only Checo is not
the
only the Mexican
second-
Minister of Defense. He's the Mexican Minister. I said this somebody said this to me in a group chat. He's the Mexican Minister of Defense,
Uh-huh.
but he's also the Mexican Minister of like being a diplomat. I don't know how
diplomacy.
to, like, diplomacy. I didn't know. I was so afraid that wasn't the right
Yeah.
way to say that word. But
You're
he's
good.
also that.
That's so
Securing the
funny.
contract.
But yeah, that's so weird. Like
I-
the second like the day after he signed that contract. Whew, like how does that
Yeah.
happen? Someone was
He'll
cursing
come
him
up
for
at
real. Like
He'll come up at the end of the season, remind everybody why he's got the contract he does, and then the cycle will start. over.
Sergio Perez, like world championship. Like, is that what we're seeing? That would be. I would. You know what? If I see Lando world championship this year, I think I'd
I'm
go
buying
like
a lottery
insane.
ticket.
Probably. Exactly. Yeah. If he wins, we'll buy scratcher tickets and we'll see who wins $500.
Exactly. So yeah, what is there? Lando World Championship 2024. Is there anything else that you're
Yes.
looking forward to?
Definitely like an Oscar win because I think he's proven himself so many times. Definitely that. And then I'm like kind of hoping that just like in the middle of the season out of nowhere, like Logan's in like the top 5 just out of nowhere. He like, you know, qualifies like P4 is like high up in the points.
Yeah.
And like you know, like if he's leaving at the end of the season, then that is like one heck of a goodbye. Like that's crazy. Like if he would just like show up in the points out of nowhere, like I mean, I'm here for it,
Yeah.
Logan.
Uh-huh.
Lock in.
Like I'm waiting for a revenge arc. I want it so bad.
Oh my God, yeah.
He needs a
He's
card.
gonna like
he needs
win the
a-
Indy 500, like
He needs a decent card to do it in. No, listen.
for real.
He goes to Indy. So
Mhm.
Prema, for those of you like new, don't really know like the lore, the history yet. Logan was on Prema, actually with
Yes.
Oscar.
Yep.
In 2022,
Mhm.
and even like before that, I think. But he was on this like Prema team, which they're like an F2, F3, F4 team, and
Mhm.
so he was on Prema, and they're coming to IndyCar, and Logan has been in recent rumors as of what's today, the 29th, as of June 29th, 2024. Logan has been in recent rumors that he will be moving to IndyCar with Prema, and I love that for him
Yep.
because he will be appreciated like he was at Prema, and
Oh yeah.
I am here for like succeeds, like takes off at IndyCar and then comes back,
Oh
makes
God,
an
yeah.
F1 revival, Logan Sargent World Championship win. That's what I'm
When?
here for it. And if it like
Exactly.
it's bound to like, so I need him to go on this revenge arc ASAP. And
Here's how it's gonna
already
go.
started.
25.
There's a brief glimpse of hope. in
Yep.
this
There was a little
qualifying.
spark today.
Yep.
We'll wait for the fire to start.
Yeah.
But yeah, here's my timeline of how that's going to go. 25, he's at IndyCar. He does so good at IndyCar because Prema somehow also just builds a perfect car first try and wins the Indy 500. He's getting sponsorships on sponsorships. And then Williams is like, Logan, we're so sorry. We treated you terribly. And he's like, haha, no. Red Bull seat. is open because Sergio Perez has retired.
Yes. Yes.
And Christian Horner says, I want that one.
Uh-huh.
And then Logan World Championship 2025. Calling it right now.
He's in the best. He's in the best car now. He's in a car that can.
Oh, yeah.
Live.
He becomes first driver against Max. That's what's happening.
I feel like
Max becomes second driver.
Depending on how this timeline goes, I feel like Max will have retired by then. I personally think that Max is just trying to because I haven't seen where he said he's trying to be like Hamilton or Schumacher's record of world titles. I personally think he's just trying to beat Seb's record of 4 championships with
For Red Bull, yeah.
And then if he's done, he's done. I want to see him get the
I
triple
can
crown.
see him retiring pretty early.
Yeah, he's already won
Has he?
He's already won Monaco, IndyCar.
Yes.
You know he could do it. And then
Le Mans.
he could do it too. I mean,
I'm sure he could do it.
yeah.
I mean, that boy like doesn't blink when he's driving anyways, so like I'm sure that he could just like do this sort of thing for like the whole night and make it
drive
through.
the whole 24 hours.
Yeah, the full 24
No, he
hours. They don't
doesn't need a
driver swap
team.
at all.
He's carried a team.
It's
enough
just
on his
him.
back that he doesn't need a team anymore. It just
His back is too strong.
yeah. It's like yeah.
Which also speaking of like Le Mans and stuff, like so if you don't know, my thing for this season, I really hope Nico Hülkenberg podiums because I love that man. Like he's like a secret favorite. Like him and like Valtteri Bottas are like my 2 like underrated drivers like that I love. And I think he just deserves a podium at this point because how long has he been in F1?
Oh,
Like
I couldn't. He's been there a while.
for a long
He left
time
and came back.
Yeah, he left and came back. And I'm like, I feel like at this point, with how many ever years of experience he has, like, at least like a podium would be,
Yes. Nobody
needed.
talks about. I'm pretty sure he's the longest. Like he's been driving the longest without a podium. I'm pretty sure he's at the top of that list, and nobody talks about it.
I'm pretty sure, but like,
they have to fact check. Like, please, nobody
Yeah.
told me to that because I said I think, but I'm glad nobody talks about it because it's kind of disappointing. It's kind of depressing. But
yeah.
I'm also here. I support your Nico Hülkenberg podium dreams.
Yes. Praying that he just comes out of nowhere, pulls some Interlagos 2021 stuff.
Listen, he's
straight
in
to the finish line.
He's still in P9,
I want to say
He's in
P9.
P9.
Yeah, let me fact check that.
Every now and again. I mean, we've seen K-Mag take the Haas pretty far. It was a different Haas at the time.
Yeah.
You never know.
I mean, yeah. Didn't he like secure pole one time? He hasn't won, but like he was on pole one time.
Maybe. Possibly. But that's because
he's in 9th.
I can tell you I was shook when I realized the history that K-Mag used to drive for McLaren. I was like, no way.
Yeah. His first race he podiumed, and then since then he hasn't, which
he also was let go and then came back.
Yep.
And we love our rookie Fernando Alonso who comes back anyways. He just paves the way for himself to come back.
Yeah. I mean, it feels like after whenever his contract expires with Aston this time, I think he said he was going to retire, but like he's still going to be a part of the team. Like he's just going to not be a driver, but he's still in Aston Martin, which speaking of Aston Martin, what is going on?
I don't know.
What's going on with that car? Why are both your drivers out in Q1? What's going on here?
It's who knows with Aston because I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah. I honestly let me tell you where I'm at right now. I've kind of forgotten that Aston's on the field. Like today watching quali for the Grand Prix tomorrow, I was like, oh yeah, Aston's there. Which Faith,
They
I'm
got like
sorry. I
eliminated back to
like
back.
like Faith. I know Lance Stroll. You want him to you want him to succeed. I'm sorry. I forgot that he was in quali today. That's
Yeah,
no hate
Lance
to
is like
him.
such a it's such like a gray area with like however many people like him or hate him. Like either people love him or they're like get this guy out of the seat. Like there's no in
I'll
between.
tell you. I'll tell you why I'm a fan. Here's my controversial opinion. I have plenty of them. We'll
Yes.
explore more of them. Here's my controversial
Yes,
opinion.
yes.
Lance is hated the most for having a father who loves him. Like
That's what I've been saying. That's what I've been saying.
like imagine being like, and you know, and it's like, I'm not saying that I have great parents. I'm not saying that like my parents,
Yeah.
if my parents could afford it, I feel like they would also buy me a Formula One team. But it's like he was encouraged to pursue
Mhm.
this passion of his, and it's brought him to
Mhm.
the big stage, and his father just loves him to invest in his career.
Yeah.
And it's
I
like,
would have to agree with that.
and like that's not Lance's fault. Like
Oh no. Yeah.
Lance was born into the life that he has, so he's known nothing different.
Yeah.
And so
I
it's
mean,
like,
I've heard people be like, well, he just like isn't good, so he should leave. Like, why are they keeping him? And I'm like, you realize how much money like Lawrence Stroll is giving to Aston Martin to keep him on?
Mhm.
Like
yeah,
they're probably like half their funding is from him. Like, I wouldn't be surprised because
Mhm.
because if they just dropped Lance because they're like, oh, you're not, performing on the level they want you to,
yeah,
like you lose all of your money. And that happened to Williams, I'm pretty sure, right after he left. Like they
yep. And
they had a moment.
Racing Point
Oh God.
Alpine, whatever it is.
Yeah.
The million different names it goes through.
Racing Point, India, BWT, Alpine, Renault,
Yeah,
whatever. I don't know.
what is it? Force India.
Force India, yeah.
The Drive to Survive, the people who are here from Drive to Survive are loving that we're throwing out all of this because they can follow it. They can be like, oh yeah, they have some kind of.
I remember that one.
As opposed to everything else that we talked about. We were literally talking about the pink Mercedes revival today.
Oh my God, yeah.
I would love to see a pink Mercedes. Actually, let's make raise the stakes a purple Red Bull. I would love to see a purple Red Bull.
Ooh, purple Red Bull. They should
Purple
make a new
McLaren.
ooh, there you go. They should make a new Red Bull livery set for every type of flavor they have. Like there should be a
Yes.
yellow one, like a full red. There's a blue,
That would be
orange.
so sick.
Right? They could just switch it up every race.
That reminds me, I need to finish my entry for the Red Bull livery for the Austin GP, for the US GP.
Oh my God.
Listen, if I can get, if they'll bring me to see that car live that I created and let me be in the paddock, sold. You don't know if you don't
exactly.
try.
Exactly. I'm gonna enter the contest, and the livery's gonna have a very realistic photo of Max on one side and a very realistic photo of Checo on the other side, and that's it. Everything else is just gonna be white.
So you say that, and it's gonna be like a Vegas sphere situation.
Oh my God, Max's face warped around the whole car.
Yes.
I'd pay to see that. Actually, that should be your entry. I think that's
Just
what you should enter with.
A Max rap. All of a sudden they
Exactly.
go to Zandvoort, and it's like, gosh, it's Max.
And for Checo, it's just his face warped around it. All the reserve drivers have a special set.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Listen,
that would be
I'm
perfect.
here for Checo winning the Mexico Grand Prix because I want to see Checo with his little car race in the sombrero.
Oh my God. That video of Max is so funny.
He's just sitting there.
He's just sitting there. He's like, "Do-do-do-do-do-do." Oh my God. Insert image here if we can.
Yeah. Yep. They just can go, and this is gonna be the part of the special social post where we put the.
There we go. Yep. Yeah. This will go on Instagram. Hey, Instagram.
Hello. But so yeah, that and okay. I wish they would bring back special celebrations. That being said, I'm so glad that in Miami they did not wear the ugly football helmets. I
Oh
am
my
so
god.
glad because they exist. Those Pirelli football helmets need to burn.
Yikes.
But the cowboy hats at Coda, I need them to return.
I need Danny Rick on a horse again. I need Red Bull in their like cowboy suits that they did with Max and
Mhm.
Danny that one year. And then
Yes.
also Red Bull is so funny to me. Like they refuse to change the car, but the race suits, they got Max and Checo dressed up as Elvis for
I know
Vegas.
the Vegas suits.
They're so good. Because I was like looking at them, I'm like, why is Max's suit white? And then I look closer and it's like the big old like rhinestone belt and he's got like rhinestones everywhere. I was like, oh, he's Elvis. Okay.
Yep.
Love that for them.
Yeah. Suits are always like a hit or miss. McLaren, I loved their Monaco suits this year because like
Mm-hmm.
I love a good sprite. But
Oh, yeah.
they were both like a hit because the Senna tribute, which they need to bring back in
Mhm.
Brazil. I'm a firm like.
Oh my
take-
god,
like,
yeah.
If that does not happen, that was
If they don't
wasted.
race that in Brazil, yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
crazy.
But then also like at the same time, it did not match any of their other Monaco merch.
Oh no.
That they dropped.
Oh no.
I was just like,
I mean, it matched the car, I guess. Didn't they have they changed the
I
color
mean,
of the car?
no, the car like the race suits and everything match the car,
Uh-huh.
and like the Senna collection matched the car, but the Monaco specific collection where it was like
Oh,
the
yeah.
like the
Mhm.
historic collection, it did not match.
Yep.
I was like,
Yeah,
what was the point here?
I feel like they
So-
should have picked one. Like if they were going to do like the vintage Monaco like merch, then they should have gone with the old like Marlboro car that they drove,
Yeah.
I think. Fact
Yes.
check me on that. I could be wrong. But yeah. I mean,
Um,
I'm here for any car that
yeah.
changes their
Mhm.
thing. Except Ferrari, because what the heck was that in Miami?
Ew. And it's
Let down.
Sad.
So
ugly
let down.
HP logo.
The ugly HP logo, like tiny bits of blue after they were like, ooh, the new like Ferrari blue vintage, ooh. And I was like, so excited. We're going to get a full blue car.
No. Psych. You thought.
Nothing. Nothing.
Yeah. The V-Carb slayed. They slayed the house down.
V-Carb did
I was so in love.
so good.
And the way that like their reveal was, I was like, this like where they
Mhm.
had like it spray painted and then they took it through
Yeah.
like that massive car wash thing
Mm-hmm.
and then it came out with the actual livery. I was like, this.
That's
And like
impressive.
everybody across like all social channels was like, this is how you do a livery at Ferrari. I
Yep.
was like, dang.
Well, they actually V-Carb did come for Ferrari also. Like they posted a TikTok of like,
Yes.
their car. And the caption was like, maybe it needs a little bit more blue. And everyone's like, "Oh my god, they're coming for
I didn't see that
Ferrari."
one.
Like I was like I saw it on TikTok. I was like, "No way they're like not tagging Ferrari, but they are at the same time."
Maybe that's where
For real.
Maybe that's where V-Carb's downfall came because then Ferrari was like, "I'm gonna put this curse on you too." And then it's
But
just
like
been-
also Ferrari's not doing great either.
that's why I said yeah, they put the curse on V-Carb too because now the Ferrari curse is back in full effect.
Oh,
Ferrari,
God.
please, if you're listening to this, if like I've put that out in the air
Fred
for
Vasseur.
the sake of my friends, please do decent tomorrow.
Yeah. Yep. For my sake, please, like actually begging.
There needs to be more color. Personally, I appreciate Ferrari as a red car.
Yeah.
Because there needs to be more color on the grid. Everything's too
Mhm.
carbon fiber these days.
Oh my god,
It's
yeah. The Mercedes used to be like solid silver and now they're like like all carbon
Black.
fiber.
Yep.
Yeah. And then oh my god, the Alpine reveal at the beginning of this year. They were like, "Ooh, pink camo." Where's the pink camo? The car is
Nope.
blue.
Yeah.
Like, hello?
Yep. That was
I don't know what's happening there.
yeah. Alpine, Alpine. If we're getting on the topic of Alpine,
Yeah.
I just don't know what's going on there because for those of you who are casual who are just like stumbling upon this, Alpine recently brought in a new advisor that was banned from F1 because of Crashgate.
Mhm.
In Crashgate,
Like he caused Crashgate. Like he
Yeah.
planned the whole thing.
he planned Crashgate, which you should go check out. Avani's post that she did with one of our other friends, Bella, where they explained
Yes,
Crashgate.
shout out.
Like the fact, like everything that was happening was wild. And Alpine, yeah, I'm seriously wondering what's going on there. They've just had there's I
Yeah,
don't.
they're having like
It-
such an like up and down like season because like they were so bad at the beginning of the year, and now they're like in Q3 like in points positions. Like
Uh-huh.
what changed over the last like
And
however many months the season's been on? Like
it's literally like F1. It's just like it's Formula 1 that it's like what the heck is going on, because like F1 Academy, Abby's dominating. Abby pulling.
oh my
She's like,
god, yeah,
Slay. She got double
we
pole
love you,
position
Abby.
double
Heck
pole
yeah.
position last week. And then like Nicholas Solov,
Don't even get me started on him.
he's won
So
2 races.
so
But at what cost?
So, for context, Nikola Solov is an F3 driver for Alpine Academy, and he posted this TikTok with another Alpine Academy driver to this song.
It's-
I don't even know how to describe the song. Like, should I
insert-
play it
insert
into
the
my mic?
TikTok here, so we know.
Insert that here.
Wrong man, big bomber class, me for butting on me head.
But yeah, so he got a bunch of hate for that because why are you doing that?
Jump
You
scare.
can't wear jewelry inside your race suit, and he's got this like big old chain on. Like, hello. Yeah. So I've taken to calling him the Bumbleclat Bulgarian Lion.
Oh,
Um,
that's
and-
new. I didn't know about that one.
I just texted the group chat with that one. Because like he's from Bulgaria, right? He's like the only Bulgarian like any Formula Series driver, I guess. And so with his like he just won this morning, which is why I started calling him this. Which Nicole, if you're listening to this for whatever reason, the TikTok was low-key iconic. Like, was it cringe? Yes. But looking back, it's like cringe iconic.
I mean, he's managed by like king of cringe iconic TikToks, Fernando Alonso.
This is so true. Exactly.
And so
And
it's like-
when he won this morning, he posted him on story
Yes,
with like the little like
I saw that.
clapping emojis.
Little
And I was like, ain't no way.
I was like, you know what? Fernando Alonso probably saw that video and was like, yeah.
He probably
absolutely
approved
okay
it.
to post. It's like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I see no problems here.
But and
Oh my
it's
god.
just like
That was so
it's
funny.
just in that line of what would you call that, like a Formula One family tree, like a Formula family tree?
Yes.
Because
A Formula
like,
family
all-
tree.
this is all relevant because this advisor that Alpine has brought in, I think his name is like
Oh, I forgot we were talking
Flavio or
about that.
something like that. Yeah.
Yes, it's something like that.
Yes. He is Fernando Alonso's manager. That is also astounding to me because why Fernando Alonso would keep him as a manager? Because like Crashgate
Yeah, that
affected Fernando Alonso. Fernando Alonso didn't have anything to like do with it.
No.
Like, he was exonerated by the FIA, but it like directly affected him.
Oh yeah.
It's wild to me. But so it's like, yes,
And like it directly
Flavio-
affected his whole season probably too. Like
Yeah, Flavio is Fernando
the butterfly
Alonso's
effect would have been
manager.
crazy.
And then Fernando Alonso, who formerly drove for Alpine, for those who didn't know, he drove for Alpine, and now he is Nicholas Solov's manager. It's so fun. Like, it's just, there's not a more iconic lineup, and in
Oh, no.
some cases, iconic is not a good thing, and in some cases, iconic
No.
is a great thing.
Uh,
See to it as you will.
I-
However
Yeah.
you listeners want to decide what's iconic or not, that's up to you.
yeah, go ahead and rewind and play that TikTok again and then decide if that's iconic. Yeah, like go back however many seconds that was.
Yeah. You're welcome to join
But
us
yeah.
for the next F3 race. When we're talking, it's tomorrow at like 1:30 our time. We're both in Central Standard Time.
Yeah. 1:30
but
1:30 in the morning?
yeah, that's the F3
Really?
feature race.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I don't have my calendar set to F3 stuff. I only have F2 and F1.
Oh, I have to show you.
Which-
Yeah, I set mine. With last
Yeah.
weekend when it was all 4 feeder series, I was like, this is a lot. My phone, like, I was like, I'm overwhelmed.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I know you
it's at
texted
1:30
me and
in
you're
the
like, the
morning.
Academy race is on. And I was like, I cannot bring myself to watch the Academy race. I love the Academy, but I'm just so tired.
Yeah, that's literally what's about to happen to me. Because like I'm about to move next week, and it'll be great because I can do more things at night. While I have this other job, this alternate ego. But yeah, all of my content creation is about to be at night, and it's gonna be great. I'm gonna have to regulate
Yep.
some kind of sleep schedule, and F1 is not that.
No, especially because it's like 90% on the other side of the world. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously it started in Europe, I guess. So shout out you guys, but
We can't complain though.
yeah, we can't.
I mean,
yeah,
we can complain all we want to. Will anybody listen to it or validate it? No.
no.
Because we need to be happy with the 5 races we get in our time zones. At our normal times.
And 3 of them are in the States.
Yeah.
Like, out of 5 races in our time zone, 3 of them are within our time zones and in the, like, US.
Yeah.
So,
in our
yeah,
country.
we can't really complain. Yep.
Yep.
But yeah.
I forgot what led us to
what was
that
I-
point.
Alpine. Oh, we were talking about managers in general.
Yes.
Which I was gonna say, like, there's so many like old F1 drivers that manage current ones. Like Oscar Piastri's manager is Mark Webber, which is like hilarious to me because
Yes.
Mark is just like hyping him up all the time,
It
and he's
makes
like,
sense.
"This is my boy."
What fully convinces me. I mean, I already think Oscar will be a world champion at some point. Like,
Oh, yeah,
he's already like this is
100%.
only his 2nd year driving in like
Mhm.
in a full season of F1, and it's like, dang. But like the
Yeah.
fact, like I always think about it, the fact that like Mark Webber is on record saying, "I knew I was a good driver until I met Oscar Piastri." I was like, that's like that should be printed
Yeah.
on more T-shirts like that.
For
like, that
real.
should go in a Hall of Fame.
Oscar,
somewhere.
brand that.
Really,
No, for real. He's such
I'm a
a
better
like.
driver than Mark Webber. Oscar
Yep.
McLaren, we can make the merch for you. We have access to Canva and other other editing. Like, we can make them like
Mhm.
we're about to. You know what? No, we're gonna take it into our own hands. We're about to pull up. We're manifesting code.
Oh
into
my
happening,
God.
So we're about to pull up, and
Yep.
Oscar's a better driver than Mark Webber.
Yep.
So yeah.
Which we have Canva not premium version. We have Canva free. So
Yeah.
watch out. And then what else do we have? We have customink.com.
Yes.
And that's what we have. And
Yep.
a dream.
And a dream.
And that's all we need.
And a
That's all we need.
manifestation to get to Coda.
Exactly.
Yeah. But so yeah, managers. That's like. Is there? I'm losing my train of thought. Are there others? I'm trying to think of who else is on the grid. That's managed by another.
This one isn't on the grid, but Robert Schwartzman, I think he does World Endurance Championships. He used to be in Prema for F2, but then he went to there. But I'm pretty sure his advisor is Mika Häkkinen.
Okay.
I don't know how that connection is, but I do remember like seeing it on his Instagram that he works with Mika Häkkinen. So that one's one that I remember, but
yeah, I also don't know if it's like an official something, but the way Jensen Button has just kind of like adopted Logan Sargent,
oh yeah,
icon, my favorite. I
And
love watching.
I
their
love
interaction.
Jensen. Oh my god, and Jensen with like a certain person at the post race interviews.
Drama.
Like I feel like we know who we're talking about at this point.
Yes.
But
This is for like the deep into the lore. Whoa, Safa is just like this. like those deep into the lore know who we're talking about.
Yes. Yep.
Talking about Jensen Button's
Jensen
hatred.
Button, who does he hate? Who does he hate?
Yes.
Put it together. But yeah,
Which
I just love like his interactions with her. It's just it's so
You gave it
obvious he does
away.
not like her.
you gave it away. I mean, there's more,
Whoopsie.
there's more than one like
Yeah.
female presenter, but so
Exactly.
it's still,
Exactly.
Okay. It's still,
Which one?
It's still in the air, but it's pretty clear.
Yep.
Um,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think they need to be replaced with Daniel Ricciardo.
I would stand by that. I think if he doesn't get a seat next season, Sky Sports is waiting for you, and I think
Seats
he would
next
do
season?
really good commentary.
Okay, we're like I'm looking forward to like silly season. That's like silly season is scary because there's so many drivers that I want to see on the grid that I'm not sure that they'll
Oh my
get
God,
a
yeah.
seat. And there's some drivers that I think do not need to be on the grid, that are being talked about to be on the grid. Ollie Behrman, I love
Yep.
you. Congratulations on your win.
Yes, congratulations. But like, take your time, enjoy your
Yes.
experience. You
Mhm.
don't need to jump into it yet. I mean, if you
Get-
feel ready, do whatever. I can't stop you. But like,
Yeah, you're
if
the
I
one
were
making,
you,
you're the one making
you're
bank.
making the decision. Oh my gosh. But yeah,
Yeah.
if I were you, I would.
Yes, I would love
Pump
to
the
see you
brakes a
win
bit.
a lot more.
Oh,
Of
yeah.
course, you need a good team to do that. I think Prema is a better team to do that than Haas. And I say
I
that
would
as an
have to
American,
agree.
so I have the right to.
And also, like, on that same note, like, Kimmy Antonelli.
Yes.
Hey, Kimmy. Love you too. Like, you're a great driver. You're funny. I watched your promo videos. Hilarious, okay? Just
Yes.
dial it back a bit. Like,
Did you see that the picture of him going into the Mercedes motorhome with Toto earlier? I was like,
Yep.
everybody's making a big deal
Yep.
out of it.
I
I
mean-
personally think it's just because he's in the Mercedes Drivers Academy. It makes
That's
sense.
exactly what I was thinking. I was like, and Toto, like, personally, like, sponsors him or something. Like, it's,
Yes.
like, he, like, has, like, vouched for him or whatever in some way. But
Yeah.
yeah, I'm like, he's on the Mercedes team, like, as a, like, junior
That's
driver. Like, of course he's
literally-
gonna go in their motorhome. Like,
And they were like, he's with like the driver academy manager. I was like, duh, he's in the driver academy. What else do you?
yeah, like,
Yeah, I
and if
agree.
it's if
Yeah, I agree too. Kimmy does not need to. I think Kimmy needs another season in F2. Everybody's like, they're gonna put him in the Williams next year. I was like, you
Yeah.
can't expect. And everybody's like, he's gonna do great. You can't expect Kimmy to perform in a car that's not able to perform, and we see that already.
yeah,
It's made it to Q3 once. It's
Mhm.
made it to Q3 one time.
and like the parts are just like they're unevenly shared between drivers, and like it just feel like it's like unreliable because of how much they like. Obviously, like they don't let like Logan take the fully upgraded cars out until like what this week,
Yeah.
like
Which
this race
I don't
week.
even know.
He
Like his
got
floor.
the
He still doesn't have his same floor.
his floor is still.
Yeah.
Man,
It's just
but yeah, I mean,
And it's like
also like he's never tested a Williams car either. I'm pretty sure he's only tested
no,
at
he's
Mercedes.
tested a Merc
so
car.
yeah, so I'm like, you're expecting this kid to just like hop in during like the testing period and like the beginning of the season, like before the season even starts, and just put in a couple laps on a car he's like never driven before. Like I'm sure they'll actually give him, if he's going to Williams, like they'll give him some
Yeah.
before that test, but like not as much time as he's needed for sure, I think.
Yeah, and it's just yeah, and like on top of that too, everybody compares it to like Max's situation. Max's situation will never be repeated. One,
No.
because Max is Max. Two, because the FI literally changed their super license rules for him. Three, Max was pulled up to, first off, he didn't skip F3 was different. It was like GT3 at the time, but he didn't skip that series. He skipped F2, but he was going to an established midfield so apologize to VCarb. AlphaTauri, Toro Rosso, whatever you want to call it.
Buy one,
I
get one
consider them
free, whatever.
the JV Red Bull team. It was
Mm-hmm.
Scuderia AlphaTauri at one point, and Scuderia Toro Rosso.
Yeah.
Yeah, I consider them a Red Bull's JV team, but they were midfield no matter what. And so Max,
Mm-hmm.
they pulled Max into a midfield team to see how he can perform with an established car. The Williams car is not established, and the Williams is not a Mercedes feeder team. Like, yeah, they use a Mercedes engine, but
it's not a like
they were established.
supply up team.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's just like they have more history in the sport than Mercedes does. And so
Oh
it's
yeah,
like,
100%.
yeah, they're not so I don't know. And I understand, but like James Vowles worked closely with Toto for a while too, so maybe it's starting to become on that route. I personally don't want to see that happen. But it's just like I don't see if they're gonna move Kimi to the Mercedes in 2026 or whatever. I mean, then you've got like a different issue because new regs come out that year, and even if Mercedes is working towards those new regs now, he's gonna have driven the Williams for a year, and everybody's gonna expect him to perform, but they can't because Williams isn't an established midfield team. They're a back
and the
market
second
team.
he underperforms, he gets the Logan Sargent treatment, and like the way I feel like did the same thing happen to like Latifi? Was he also just like pulled up, or like he was just like what was his thing? Because I don't remember.
Maybe something similar. I can't tell you completely.
Because I remember he wasn't doing great either, but like the whole like Go Tiffy meme like came out of that, and like we laugh about it now, but like they also like do the same like mocking type to like Logan. Like they're like, oh, Logan only has like 3 more world championships until he beats Max or ties with Max, and I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
But like so many, I feel like a lot of people just like don't understand that also Max with his situation, he was also like raised so much differently than probably every other driver on the grid. And it was part of like how he was raised. Like he had no other option but to be as good as he is right now. Like if he wasn't good, then I have fighting words for Jos Verstappen, but that's another thing. But yeah, he had like no choice to just be like the best driver in the world, and I think he's gotten there. And yeah, I mean, I don't see him staying like until like 27, probably 28, maybe.
So Reddit says that Latifi was kind of more of a Stroll situation in which he won F3 because his dad invested a lot into his team and he had a great car. And that, like F2, he had a lot of wins in F2. So it was kind of like more of that. And so I could see, it was probably the case of Williams needed money. And so the investment came. And then he ended up just being, he turned into Goat TV, and then that's what ended his reign.
Yeah. But you know what? I think he's funny. Nicholas Latifi, they could never make me hate you. Never.
Yeah. So, Austria preview. So sprint. We had one practice session.
Yep.
And then I've
straight into sprint qualifying.
Yeah.
So so for practice session was Max was first, Oscar was second, and Charles was third.
Okay.
And then sprint quali.
Sprint quali.
It was Max, Lando, Oscar.
And then sprint. It ended up being Max, Oscar, Lando. And now for quali,
Lando.
We have Max and then Lando. And it was supposed to be Oscar, but FIA, it's on site
George.
When I see you. So now it's George.
Is it George? Yeah.
But he's Mr. Saturday for a reason. He's always going to perform on a Saturday.
Yep.
I'm afraid of that slipstream. I'm so afraid of a slipstream, but they're going uphill. They're going uphill.
Yeah.
So for turn 1. So it's great. We're in the Red Bull Ring.
Yeah.
It's my favorite track. There's only 10 turns.
Yep. Very
And-
straight. Lots of downforce buildup on those straights. So like
yeah.
your teams with really good aerodynamics are gonna succeed there.
Yep.
But yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Yep, I'm excited.
Oh my god, guys. I love you so much.